and to take it the full distance. He took it the distance. No one can ever take that away from him for the win.
What was your impression last night if you saw Zach Taylor giving out game balls at the bars?
Zach's amazing. He has created such a great culture here for us, and it fits so well with the city. And he does such a great job with gestures like that, to integrate this amazing fan base.
It's not easy being inactive for most of the year. What have you seen from Jackson during that time, and how have you seen him keep working when he wasn't getting those snaps?
Jackson plays hard every day in practice. He's had a lot of scout team reps. That's what, I've had that role several times in my career, and, made a career playing when opportunities like that presented itself. So very proud of him, worked hard, was prepared, was ready to go. The offense, didn't take a step back, played at left tackle coming off, his second appearance of the year. So really a great performance. Going to need a big week of preparation out of all of us to get ready to go, but I'm expecting big things from Jackson Carman.
Ted, you and several other players really called on the fans to get loud and make a difference. After last night, what grade would you give them?
A+. I think that the light show before with the phones.
Yes.
I think the whole stadium atmosphere is. I only played here once as a visitor. It was 2019. It was nothing like that. So, what a cool thing for basically the whole city's downtown, ready to go for Bengals football. Was very, very glad to deliver a win.
Thank you.
What'd you see on that 2-point conversion to T, and how impressive was it watching Burrow roll out and finish that play?
Joe's great on his feet, great delivering the ball on the move. The whole kind of right side they lost contained. I think one thing when you look back at that play too, the speed with which T recognizes the scramble, and then if you watch his change of direction and just his acceleration, it's quite remarkable actually. It's just as watching athletics for a long time, there's nothing that he couldn't cover him at all. He covered about 15 yards in 4 steps. It was pretty remarkable. So great job by both of them being on the same page for a really, a big points were at a premium in this game. We were exchanging 10-minute drives. I think we had 6 possessions of total. So that's an aberration in this league. And especially when you play a team like that, that's going to drain clock, points are at a premium.
What'd you think, Teddy, of the 3rd and inches scramble that kept that a huge drive alive? The 3rd and inches. Zach said it was kind of a fuba from the start. What'd you think of that play when you get out of that?
I think it embodies the nickname Joe Shiesty. That was pretty shiesty of him to get 4 on 3rd and 1 when a sprint out protection breaks down completely. So what a fantastic play by him, keeping us alive on what ended up being a long drive with points.
Ted, what was the sideline like on that last drive for the Ravens? I mean, are you preparing for overtime? Are you anticipating the Ravens to go for 2 if they score a touchdown? I mean, what were those last kind of minutes like for you guys?
I was pretty confident in our defense. After watching the replay of that last play, that was a little too close for comfort when you look back at it, but ball bounced to the ground, game's over. Preparing for OT, I think if I had to pick what the Ravens were going to do, they were going to try to end it right there. So I didn't think that the offense would be coming back on the field at all this game, regardless of what happened.
Ted, obviously the Buffalo game is going to be brought up a lot, but does it seem kind of serendipitous that you guys are facing each other in the playoffs at this time after what happened?
Yes, and it's a rematch, and we're going to, that's going to be it's a survive and advance scenario. Obviously, that was unprecedented circumstances that ended up finishing with great results. There's a lot of people that deserve credit for that. I'm really glad Damar is back with the team. I think it'll be emotional. I think that, it's going to be a high-flying game, high-effort game. This is a very, very good defense. and a dangerous QB on their side. Typical AFC playoff matchup. We're gonna have to bring our best Sunday, 3 p.m. What a great time slot! Can't wait.
Ted, as the leader of the offensive line, when you have another lineup change like you're gonna have or you did in the game, for you in particular, what changes for you? Do you have to go into more communication mode? Like as the center, what changes?
Well, the great thing about how we've prepared and how these guys have, bought into what we're doing, it's not too much of a change. You're expected to know what to do and how to do it. And Frank does a great job, Frank and Derek Frazier, preparing us to be ready to play. There is an element of that, though. And I told Cordell, we're going to have to lean on you more than ever now to communicate and be, rally calls and express what you see to your tackle. So there's a certain element of communication when a couple guys are out, but we're going to get it done.
Ted, after the Monday night game, it seemed, I don't know if this was some kind of storyline just being portrayed, that there was not a rivalry, but like a sense of respect between the communities and organizations with Buffalo and Cincinnati. How much truth is there to that inside the locker room?
I think it was a rallying together. I think the whole entire country, it was a united, more unity than I've seen in a long time. And for everyone was watching that game. That was the biggest game of the year up to that point. Monday Night Football, the entire football universe watching. I think the cities are very similar, very passionate fan bases, care about football, care about their players, very knowledgeable fan bases, and was glad to see that, two cities could rally together in prayer and in donations and in all sorts of support for the Bills organization and for DeMar and his family. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of Cincy travelers. I urge them to be careful. Buffalo can be a dangerous place. That they are going to be rowdy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Big playoff matchup.
Hey, Ted, can you, I know it's probably a little different circumstances with it being the playoffs, but is there anything that you can relate to Jackson about your own personal experience? I'm thinking about maybe your rookie year when, you were suddenly thrust in there. Is there anything at your point in your career that you can kind of compare to what Jackson might be going through?
I told Jackson how proud I was of him today. And I'd been in that situation a lot during my first 3 years of my career, to come in when someone's hurt, someone's not ready to go, and you're thrust in there in a lineup, maybe in a new position, and took advantage of the opportunity, played well. Going to have to do it again. But these are big opportunities for these guys. I'm really excited to see how they rise to the challenge.
Your first game was that way, right? That's how you ended up making your first start, right? As a
First
rookie.
start.
Yeah.
They told me on Friday.
Yeah.
It's great. We won. We're gonna
Arizona
win again Sunday.
It was like Arizona national TV, right?
Sunday Night Football. I got to say my name on TV. I was very excited. My name in school. Big deal for me back then. Still is, but it's fun.
Anything else for Ted? All right, Ted, we really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Ted.
Ted.
See you
Thanks,
Wednesday.
Teddy.
Guys, if you just want to sit tight, we'll have Jesse on shortly.